to confirm that Ronald Koeman has been officially sacked from Everton, and this was suffering their 5-2 defeat to Arsenal yesterday. And it's confirmed that Ronald Koeman has been sacked. It's been confirmed on the club statement that he has officially left Everton Football Club. So they do go to Chelsea on Wednesday. Everton have been in a terrible run of form this season. They've played 9 games, only won 2 in the Premier League and lost 5, and in all competitions played 12 and only won 2, and they sit in the relegation zone. And as I said, the board are very, very strict now, and they're sitting now in the relegation zone, do Everton Football Club, and this is worrying times. But the press were reporting that David Moyes could be recommended to go back. Could be recommended to go back to the job. David Moyes, after before he was there for over a decade. So yeah, he has been officially sacked, and it did confirm yesterday. Soon as he said Everton fans won't accept Koeman for long, and he did, as he just said earlier on, as he updated you about the Koeman situation, he said he believes I can change the situation at Everton, and also he did say yesterday his future was uncertain with Everton Football Club, but it has just been confirmed now. The club statement have confirmed he's sacked from Everton Football Club, because it isn't good enough, considering the amount of money they spent in the August window. They spent over £100 million, and their task was basically to be challenging, maybe at least for the top 5, considering the amount of money they had spent in the window at Everton Football Club. So it's official, he has been sacked. They're eyeing out replacements now, but David Moyes, as the English press had reported yesterday, that David Moyes could be favourable to go back there. But we know Koeman, as I said, he was a renowned footballer. He was capped for the Netherlands on 78 occasions, as I said, represented his club at the 1990 and 1994 FIFA World Cup. He was also part of the Netherlands squad that lifted the European Championship in 1988. Capable of playing as a defender and a midfielder, Koeman also won the European Cup with PSV and Barcelona, as well as league titles in the Eredivisie and La Liga. So the Dutchman started his managerial career with Vitesse 2000, led the club to a UEFA Cup spot before taking over Ajax in December 2001. And then Koeman helped his next side achieve the domestic double in the first season and won the Dutch Aries again in 2003-04 campaign. Ajax Koeman parted company in February 2005. But the former Netherlands international was back in management ahead of the 2006 season with Benfica. I'm just telling you his stats. Now, Koeman won the Portuguese Super Cup before returning back to his home country to manage PSV Eindhoven to the 2006-2007 Eredivisie title. His success in the Netherlands took Koeman to Spain in 2007, where another debut season tribute came the Dutchman's way in the form of the Copa del Rey with Valencia. And, you've got here, after 18 months, Koeman returned to management with Feyenoord in a successful 3-year spell. 2 second-place finishes sandwiched a third place in the 2012-13 campaign for Southampton, approached ahead of the 2014-15 Premier League season. His first team at St Mary's ended in succession with His first term at St Mary's, ended in succession with Southampton finishing 7th, and resulting in a place for the qualification stages of the 2015-16 Europa League. And in the following campaign, Koeman guided the Saints to 6th place, the highest finish and points total in Premier League history. So yeah, he's got a good reputation. He's won honours and that as a player and stuff, and he's done good with the other teams he's been at. He did well with Southampton, so he got them to 6th place, the highest finish and points total in Premier League history. So he got them to 6th place and got them the points. Got them 6th place, the highest finished and total points in Premier League history. So that is pretty good. And then Koeman led the Toffees to a 7th place finish and Europa League qualification in his first season. So in his first season, he got Everton to 7th place and got them the Europa League qualification in his first season charge. But a difficult start 2017-18 campaign led to the 2 departing company in October 2017. So yeah, in his first season with Everton, he did very, very well. He got them 7th place and got them... And, in his first season with Everton, he got them in 7th place and got them Europa League qualification as well. But he's had a really, really bad start as Koeman to this season, and he's now been sacked. So, David Moyes now could be favoured to go back to Everton, as the English press were reporting yesterday. The board basically have had enough of Koeman this season. So, David Moyes said he got Sunderland relegated. He had a bad spell with El Sociedad, wasn't good with Man United, he had a short tenure at Man United, he was only there 10 months with Manchester United, was David Moyes, but he started his managerial career with Preston, and, he was at the likes of Everton for over a decade, and with Everton he was part of the team when the club qualified for the third qualifying round for the Champions League 2005. Also got Everton to the 2009 FA Cup final as well, and he was at Everton a lot of years, and he did very, very well with Everton as well. But he could be favoured to go back to Everton Football Club. So it's been confirmed. The club statement have confirmed that Ronald Koeman is sacked. Another manager sacked. So we've seen this season so far. We've seen Shakespeare just recently sacked from Leicester. And now we saw Frank Boyu have a really short tenure with Palace sacked. You've seen Carlo Ancelotti sacked from Bayern Munich this season. So the board are very, very strict now, and they do not mess about anymore. The board do not mess about anymore, and that's what I'm just going to be updating you on the process. Just a bit more news to update you now is, as the update you on, is about Casemiro from Real Madrid. Apparently, what did it say now? Apparently, Manchester United are willing to offer him a wage package. The Man United apparently willing to offer him round about the same salary as Paul Pogba, obviously our most expensive player. He's the highest paid earner in the Manchester United team. And apparently Man United are willing to offer Casemiro a wage package similar to Pogba to make him the club's top earner if he was to come for Manchester United. And this is in a few media outlets. It's in Manchester United Evening News. He's a Real Madrid player, as I said. He's a defensive midfielder. And Casemiro, as I said, he started his career with Sao Paulo. He made 112 appearances. Well, he scored 11 goals in 112 appearances for them. He's been in the Real Madrid reserve team before. He's also been at Porto on loan as well. And I think for Real Madrid now, he's made about 6-7 appearances and scored 6 goals as a defensive midfielder. 6-7 appearances, scored 6 goals. Won the Champions League with Real Madrid. Won the Champions League with Real Madrid. What else has he won with Real Madrid? Champions League, La Liga, Copa del Rey, FIFA Club World Cup as well. He's won with Real Madrid. And also the player made his international debut in 2011, and he was part of the Brazil squad in 2015 and 2016 in Copa America as well, was Casemiro. But yeah, I think he scored once this season. Last season, I think he scored 5 goals in 20-odd appearances. Or 4 goals, I think it was Casemiro. But apparently, we know Mourinho is still looking to address his current midfield. He's still looking to address his midfield is Jose Mourinho as well. And we know what's being mentioned quite a lot. This Timo Werner from RP Leipzig, he's been mentioned quite a lot. He did confirm he would dream on a move to Manchester United. He's a current forward, and if he was to come from Manchester United ever, what do you think he'd been to Manchester United? He's a good young age prospect. He's only young. And apparently the player did dream of a move to Manchester United, as he admitted. And he also suggested how he did support Manchester United as a youngster, this Timo Werner. For RP Leipzig, very, very good. I think he scored about 6 goals this season. He scored 21 goals in first 2 appearances last season as well. This is only his second season in the process with RP Leipzig. He's a player, as I said, he's an ex-Stuttgart player, and he made his first debut for Stuttgart in the Europa League, made his first Bundesliga appearance against Bayer Leverkusen when he was at Stuttgart, and scored his first goal against Frankfurt, and became the youngest player during his time there to make 50 appearances for Stuttgart as well. Also, we know he played in the Stuttgart reserve team where he risen up the ranks. And then he signed a professional contract with them on his 18th birthday till 2018. And he was there quite a few years, and then basically Stuttgart got relegated. RP Leipzig come in, bought him for £10 million. I think he's got a deal with RP Leipzig till 2020 or 2021. And also, he was their key player that helped RP Leipzig gain Champions League qualification for the first time in their club's history as well. So, yeah, and also, as I did, I've updated you in the last few weeks. It's been about Ander Herrera and Mesut Ozil, as it did come out the other day about Mesut Ozil that apparently he reportedly told his teammates that he would be joining Manchester United in January. As I said, he's a good player that's good at creating chances. He's a very, very good player that's very, very good at providing assists as well as Timo Werner, very, very good player at providing assists and not Timo Werner, Ozil's very, very good at creating chances and finding assists, and he reportedly told his teammates he wants to join Manchester United. Arsene Wenger's come out and said Ozil is going nowhere, but Arsenal are nowhere near in the process of securing him a new deal. But he's had a tough start to the season as Mesut Ozil, but the way he performed yesterday against Everton, and even the legend Martin Keough has actually come out and basically suggested out was he playing for the move yesterday against Everton? That is the question around this. Was he playing for the move? Ozil, he did actually tweet out. He did tweet out before the game. Did Mesut Ozil? What did he say? Ignore noise, stay focused. And I think Ozil himself has denied the Manchester United transfer rumours as well. But reportedly he told his teammates he was willing to join Manchester United. But Jose Mourinho classifies him as a fantastic number 10. I think he'd bring a lot to Manchester United if he was to come to Manchester United. You know, he's keen on reuniting with Jose Mourinho after they were fantastic. You know, together at Real Madrid. We know Ozil was at Real Madrid 3 years. He was at Real Madrid 3 years with Mourinho. He made over century appearances. You know, won quite a few honours as well. Did Mesut Ozil. And, you know, he was in the Bundesliga also for 5 years, and it had come out the other week. He's been linked with a move to Old Trafford. It come out that the contract talks between the Arsenal, the player and his representatives have currently stalled at this moment in time as well. And Ozil's agent come out the other week suggesting that the contract talks going in the right direction. Didn't materialise. But yeah, Jose Mourinho's looking to reunite with Mesut Ozil, and reportedly he's been demanding a higher wage as well. Apparently Ozil was demanding 275,000. Well, he was demanding over 300,000, but reportedly he turned down £275,000 a week from Arsenal Football Club as well. He turned down £275,000 a week from Arsenal as well. So, do you think he'd been a lot to Manchester United? Timo Werner as well looks a good young age prospect, and I think as a youngster he actually supported Manchester United. I think this is what he came out with. Did the current play, but the Casemiro situation, as I said, he's been at Porto on loan. He's now at Real Madrid, as I said. With Real Madrid, as I said, you know, he's made 69 appearances, scored 6 goals. He's also been in the reserve team of Real Madrid. Started his career at Super League, scored 11 goals in 112 games as well. Did the player, and apparently Man United are willing to offer him a wage package like Paul Pogba. It's in a couple of media outlets, as I said. And as I did update you yesterday on a bit more of the rumours, Manchester United were reportedly in talks with Valencia for the pursuit of Carlos Salou, the current Valencia youngster. He's 20 years old. Apparently, Man United reportedly been in talks. He said Man United were convinced they could have Man United were convinced they could get a 30 million deal over the line. We could get a 30 million deal over the line. Want to get him before the summer transfer window, but apparently he's got a 70 million release clause as the current player as well. He's only been in the Valencia first team since December 2016. He joined the youth setup of Valencia in 2005, so he has been there over a decade now, and he's also played in the reserve team as well. But yeah, the Ander Herrera situation, as I said, it did say Barcelona may be willing to make a move for him in January. Obviously, Barcelona's still looking to get a few players in, even though Iniesta just signed a contract extension with Barcelona. Barcelona have got quite a few targets on their radar, as we all know. Ander Herrera, who's made 90 appearances, Manchester United, scored 10 goals. We bought him from Atletico Bilbao back in 2014, so this is his 4th season now in the process with Manchester United. He's Ander Herrera's. You know, for Spain, he's won Spain tournaments for the under-20 and under-21 level. You know, he won Clubs Player of the Year last season as well, did Ander Herrera, and he made his international debut in 2016 as well, did Ander Herrera. But I think the contract talks have stalled of us signing Ander Herrera a new deal. But I think Man United have the option. Man United have got the option to put a 1-year extension on his current contract if he does not sign a new deal with Manchester United. But he has struggled this season, hasn't featured much, you know, when Fellaini, you know, who's played well, and Pogba, our most central creative midfielder's been fully fit. Herrera hasn't featured much, but obviously he's been featuring, you know, in the last quite a few games, but obviously in the last couple of 2, 3, 4 games, because obviously Pogba and Fellaini have been injured in that midfield. I just don't think he's creating enough when he's been playing this season. He's not been creating enough. He's not dominating the midfield enough. But I still think, you know, he's an essential player for Manchester United. Herrera, and he's not far from making century appearances now for Manchester United, and I think that may be just in the Premier League as well. But yeah, there's been and that's about it. So the main part of this current video is about Ronald Koeman, as I said, and in his first season with Everton, he did very, very well. As I've just said to you, you know, he got Everton, I think, he got Everton into seventh place. You know, he got them Europa League qualification as well. Did Koeman? But he's just had a bad start to this season as Koeman. He has won trophies as well as a manager and a player. You know, with Southampton, you know, got them. I think was it sixth place, something like that, the highest points Southampton got to in Premier League history as well. So that was very impressive. But Everton have had a really, really bad start this season, and this is why the club statement have confirmed Koeman is out of the door. So that is another manager sacked. That has been confirmed. That's another manager sacked. I think how many managers now is that? Frank de Boer, you've got Shakespeare, and I think this is is it the fourth or fifth manager that's been sacked so far this season? But yeah, anyway guys, that's everything to update you today. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel, subscribe to my channel as always, and drop a like on the video, and take it easy, and I'll see you all later guys. Bye.